Everybody, once again, me and my pal Mac, my best pal, are taking a walk. It's about 4 a.m., give or take a minute or two. And this is the first of our 2 morning walks we take every morning before. Of course, we take several walks, but the 2 morning walks are, the wake up walks, I suppose. Anyways, yesterday we were discussing Coney Island. As many of you are aware by now, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Great place to grow up. And much of that was in Coney Island. Coney Island is a section of Brooklyn which is great. I mean, it's a great place to grow up. I'm going back. Like I say, I was born in 51, but these memories that I'm discussing now go into, or have discussed, go into the 60s. A lot of friends. Stickball, that was the thing. Played a lot of sports with my friends. Softball, baseball, basketball, touch football. But anyways, I was discussing where I left off yesterday. I was discussing something interesting. One of the many interesting things about Coney Island. It seems that the man who came up with the concept of incubators when when a newborn baby needs a little bit more nurturing, and he went to various hospitals and doctors with his idea, and I don't know exactly what the historical record would say. I read about it, heard about it, but nobody wanted to take him up on that offer. I guess they thought it was, crazy idea to put a newborn child in this box-like structure, and help them, help the child to nurture them until they were ready to make it on their own. So anyways, somehow he went to an arcade, an amusement operator in Coney Island in Brooklyn, and came up with, explained that idea. And it seems odd nowadays, but the amusement operator felt that would be a good attraction to add to his amusement, his arcade, whatever the case might have been. And he did. And as it turned out, the babies that were brought there, somebody had the sense, actually. Unfortunately, it was in an area that, the child was an amusement, but the children that were born there had a much greater survival rate than children who were not. And that's when doctors started to look at that whole concept, and that's how that began. That man with idea, and he didn't nothing dissuade him, and he actually convinced amusement operators in Coney Island. So anyway, that's part of Coney Island history and lore. The one with the elephant, proving, with Edison, and they wanted to prove AC and DC. I mean, I happen to be an electrician. I understand all that, but we're not going to go into that now. And what they did to the elephant, we're not going to talk about. But that's one of the lesser things about Coney Island that you want to go through. But it is part of the history. Coney Island was more extensive back then. Of course, we didn't have the tremendous air travel that we have nowadays. The ability to travel, in a single leap, almost like Superman. The Superman series might have said. But so something closer by would take on greater prominence. I mean, you couldn't just get in a plane and be in London within 7 hours. Now you can, or any place with the United States, within a few hours. Disneyland, Disney World, something like that. But that is the case now. So something closer that you can take the subway. You lived in the city, of course, you had the beach over there. And if anybody will care to pursue the information further, if you go to YouTube, you can see some very interesting historical photographs and videos of Coney Island back in the day. Anyways, I'm not going to stop talking about Coney Island at the moment, but it will be discussed further. It was interesting, many things as I got to think about it for a second or two, maybe off camera. Hey, actually, I'm off camera now. My pal is on camera. He's the movie star. I'm the moderator. He's looking around. I mean, let me tell you something about my Mackie. He's certainly one who likes to stop and smell the flowers. Okay, somebody's watering the lawn there. So what I would like to do is, so my pal don't get wet, let's cross the street briefly, and then we'll come back. Okay, this video is actually going to end in a minute. I just wanted to show everybody Mr. Moon is over there, and he's getting smaller. Is Mr. Moon a he or a she? Miss Moon? Mrs. Moon? I don't know. Now I'm using the name that people are giving it, I guess, because when you look at the moon, it looks like there's, some people say it looks like there's a face in the moon, and they've always called it the man in the moon. And the moon is very interesting because the side that never faces Earth, so that's the dark side of the moon. Very interesting, something which we can discuss further. Anyways, right now we're going to end this video because it's getting to be longer than I like to upload and like that. So I'll talk to everybody at some future time. Okay, have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye. This is Captain Video signing out. Bye.